Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. I got, I like to say I got a letter, but people don't send me letters anymore. Most of the time, I don't get long, drawn out letters anymore. I get comments, I get messages, every once in a while, I get an email. But anyway, I got two comments, or one comment, one message that have been sent to me in the past couple of days, and I thought that they were rather interesting. And so let's talk about them. All right, the first came in the form of a comment, and this guy just says, two hotels I contacted in Pattaya said even after Thailand opens, you will no longer be allowed to bring back female guests even if you booked for two. Bar fines over. That's I honestly think that could be possible. What they're going to do is they're going to use the medical issue of they don't want people coming in if they don't know who they are and if they've been vaccinated, if they're safe. They could use the safety factor to prevent foreigners from bringing in women to a hotel. Now, obviously, that's not good. However, let's look at it a little bit closer. Okay, first of all, what are you going to do? You're going to say you can only bring a woman in if you bring your marriage certificate, if you both have ID cards with the same last name. What about all the Thais who do the same thing? Thais are allowed to do it, but foreigners aren't. I don't see it happening. It is interesting, though, because when you think about it, I guess it could happen. It could happen. What they could do is just say, sorry, our hotel does not allow female guests. And you're like, yeah, but she's my girlfriend. We booked for two people. Maybe they would make an exception. But if they thought, if they suspected, and many times Thais know, if you're bringing in, say, a bar girl, they would say, we're sorry, sir, but we don't allow people to come in. We don't allow seconds, even if you pay extra. Do I really see that happening? Probably not. Is it a stretch? Yes. I think it is a stretch to say that would happen. I think, first of all, it would be difficult for hotels. It would kill the bar business, or it would at least hurt the bar business quite a bit. And I think that they would always find ways. It used to be like this in Vietnam. In Vietnam, if you were a foreigner, you were not allowed to go to a hotel with a Vietnamese woman. That didn't stop people from doing it. They just had other hotels where they weren't registered. It was a short-time hotel. You were allowed to go there for, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever it was. But it does beg the question, like, if hotels are really saying, well, sorry, but no guests. No, if you're a man, no guests. What about a female who brings a man in? She's a Thai woman. She goes in, she reserves the room, and then she goes, I'm bringing my boyfriend in. Sorry, cannot. Your name not same. You see what I mean? It might be a bit of a stretch. I think it's a stretch. And, earlier they were talking about how in Phuket, men were going to have to show their marriage certificates. I think now what's going on is there's no bar scene going on. They don't really have to worry about it. I don't think it's an issue. And let's hope it stays that way. This shouldn't be an issue. If you book for two and you want to bring somebody in, you can bring whoever you want in. At least in my world. That's how I view it. Now, let's get to the other comment. Basically, this takes place in Canada. And what I was told was that this person knows someone who works with the Canadian legislation branch, legislative branch. And what they were told is in the future, what they're trying to do is they're trying to draft a law. They're trying to come up with this law that states if you want to leave the country in the future, you are going to be required to get prior approval to leave. You're not just going to be able to leave. It's going to be, you need to get, and maybe it's not going to be that big of a deal to some people. It's just, I don't know, you go down to your local AAA. I don't know if they have AAA in Canada. They stamp the passport, you pay a little fee. Okay, you've got your permission and you leave. But can you imagine that? I mean, to me, that's a huge problem. It's a huge red flag. If I will say, I believe what I was told by this person who sent me the message. However, things break down, anything can happen, and who knows if this will even make it to a vote. Could it happen elsewhere? Could it happen in the United States? Could it happen in some of the countries in Europe? I'd say probably. It's already happening in like Australia and the UK. You need special permission to leave the country. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is that? Excuse my foul mouth. But just WTF. So now I want to leave my little plot of land, and I need your permission, the government official, so that I can leave. To me, that's a no. I think a lot of people will have problems with that, and I think that would be something that crosses the line. I don't know how people would react. I don't know exactly what would happen, but I think people would fight this tooth and nail. So again, I don't see it happening. There's a lot of conjecture out there, and I'm somebody who puts forth quite a bit of it. But when I see, when I get comments like this, or I receive messages that tell me things like this, I take it all with a grain of salt, just like I take what the government says with a grain of salt. Because really, I mean, I hate to be so skeptical and so pessimistic, but until I see something come about, I'm not a believer. I am a non-believer. Show me, don't tell me. That's the way it works. Anyway, that's all I have for now. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Hey, by the way, get yourself a t-shirt like this, or I've got about half a dozen other shirts. I've got coffee mugs. The link's down below in the description. Please remember to click like, share, leave a comment, subscribe. Everything's down in the description, though. But for sure, do me a favor, leave a comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok D, that's good luck. Leo Jerken Mai, that's see you later.